Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start the basics of geometry. Okay, so here we will learn some basic parts of geometry. So let's start with the plane. Okay, so what's the plane now? Plane is nothing else. You are just looking at the board, no? So there is written basics of geometry. The board can be considered as a plane. Okay, so if you are going to say what is the exact definition about it, so you have to write that a plane is a flat two-dimensional surface that extends indefinitely far. That means suppose like this one. If this one, I am drawing it here, you just see, it can be extended in this way also, it can be extended in this way also, and in this way also. So that this is a board, it has two-dimensional surface. Okay, so this part is known as a plane. So suppose that this blackboard is a plane. Okay, since this blackboard is a plane, what I am doing now, that I have just given a simple dot here. Can you see the dot? That this one is the dot here. What this signifies? Okay, what's this dot? So this dot is nothing else, just a point. What do we say this one? A point. Now what does this point signify? Okay, so point is nothing else, it's an exact location. It has no dimensions, that is it doesn't have any length, breadth or height. Okay, so now how do we denote this one? So a dot we will give by capital letters like any alphabet. Suppose this one A, so it can be said as what? This is a point. So a dot can be considered as a point which signifies a fixed location of anything. Okay, so now we are going to the next part. So we have discussed about point first. Now we are going to discuss now about the line. Okay, so what is this line now? So a line, the word line usually refers to a straight line. Okay, a straight line is now a collection of too many points. Suppose like this way. You can see this one. This one is a line. So in this line you can see many points can be there. Okay, indefinitely many points are there. Suppose A, B, C, D. These are the points. Many points are there. So what is this now? The word line usually refers to a straight line which is a collection of many points. So what a line signifies now? A line signifies that it can extend endlessly in both the direction. Suppose I am considering about this one. Okay, this one A, B, and this can be stretched in both the ways. So it can be said as AB is a line. Okay, now if I am going to give you a physical example about it, you see that you just hold a rubber thread. Okay, if you are going to stretch the rubber thread in both the ends, it will start extending in both the direction. Suppose this is a rubber thread, you are just trying to stretch in this direction also and in this direction also. It will start stretching from this way. So this is the example, physical example of a line. Okay, so how do we denote this one? It can be denoted by the double arrowhead upon it. Okay, you see, suppose this one is P, this one is P and Q. So PQ, if you are going to write the double arrow in both the direction of PQ, it will be denoted as a line. Okay, now we are going to the next part, that is known as a line segment. So now what is a line segment? Suppose this PQ was a line. Okay, suppose this PQ was a line which can be extended endlessly in both the direction. Now what is this PQ, or how can we get this line segment from here? Suppose I have cut these two fixed points from here, this point and this point. Suppose R and S, I have just cut it and made it out from it. So now R and S, it has fixed point. This one is the starting point and this one is the ending point. So that means RS is a line segment. What is this now? A line segment which has fixed length. Okay, starting from R or ending at S. So it has a fixed length and it is denoted as a line segment. Okay, so it can be denoted as a bar upon its head. Suppose RS is a line segment, and if we are going to write a bar here, So it will be denoted as a line segment for it. Okay. So I think you have got this now. Now we are going to talk about the ray. So you have got these things in earlier classes. So we are going to talk about this one again. We have discussed point, line, line segment, and now we are going to discuss about ray. So now what is a ray now? Okay, so I am starting from a physical example about it. Have you seen a torch? So if you will just put the switch on of your torch, what will happen? The beam will start from the source and it will go on in endlessly in one direction. That means suppose a torch is there. Suppose this is a torch. It will start from, we know the starting point, that it will definitely start from here, but it will goes on moving in only one direction. That means we know the starting point, but we don't know the ending point. So that's why a ray moves. A ray is what? A ray has a point. That means the starting point, suppose like this one, it has a starting point that we know. Suppose this point name is A, but we don't know the ending point of it. Okay, because we don't know that till where it will go, and that's why it is denoted like that. One arrow around in one direction. So suppose AB is a ray, so it can be directed as one arrow in a definite direction. Okay. So now if you are going to say about a ray, the definition of ray, you have to write that a ray is also a part of a line, but it has only one end point. It extends endlessly in other direction. You can see that it extends endlessly in other direction, but it has a starting point A. Okay, so I think you have got this. So now we are going to talk about the intersecting lines. Okay, so you see that how intersecting lines can be described. Intersecting lines. Now what are these intersecting lines? So as I told you that what are lines, so now we are going to talk about the intersecting lines. Okay, suppose many lines are there. Suppose this is a line, this is another line, this is another line, but these lines I can see one common point is there where they are cutting each other. So at this point where lines are going to meet at some point, so that point can be said as what? Intersecting lines. So if you are going to write the definition of it, you can write that if two or more lines intersect each other at one point, you can see that suppose this is a line, this is another line, this is another line. Suppose A, B, C, D, E, F. Suppose you can give it any name. So these lines are intersecting each other at one common point, suppose O. So you can say this AB line, line AB, AB, CD, E, CD and EF, AB, CD, EF. This one AB, line CD, line EF. They are intersecting each other at point O. So that means they will be said as intersecting lines, and the point at which they are intersecting each other, the common point, you can say this one is O. So it can be said as the point of intersection. So here line AB, CD, EF are intersecting lines, and the point O where they are intersecting each other, they will be known as what? Point of intersection. Okay, so I think you have got this intersecting lines. Now what is another one? That is the concurrent lines. Okay, so I'm just rubbing this one. The next one is what? The concurrent lines. Concurrent lines. Now what is concurrent lines? It is also same as that of the intersecting lines, but there is only one difference, that in intersecting lines there can be two lines intersecting each other. Okay, two or more. This can be said as intersecting lines. Suppose AB, CD are two lines, they are intersecting each other at point O. So they will be said as lines AB and CD. AB and CD are intersecting lines. Okay, but they cannot be said as concurrent lines. Why they cannot be said as? Because in concurrent lines there must be at least three lines. That means there can be more than three lines or three lines. Okay, you see, suppose line, this is line 1, AB, CD, and suppose I have done EF. EF. So you see that there are three lines AB, CD, and EF. So when three or more lines are intersecting each other at one point, they can be said as concurrent lines. But here there are only two lines, you can see 1 and 2. So they cannot be said as concurrent lines. They will be said as intersecting lines. But here if they are having three lines or more than three lines, then they will be only said as what? Concurrent lines. Okay. And the point where they are intersecting each other, they will be again said as what? The point of intersection. So I think you have got the idea of concurrent lines. Next one that we are going to talk about is the collinear points. Okay, what are those points? Collinear points. Now what are these collinear points? So we have seen many straight lines. Suppose I am considering this one. Suppose this one is a straight line AB. It is a straight line. So in this straight line, we know that there will be many points out there. Suppose this P, Q, and R are the points on a same straight line. So if in the same straight lines AB, the points are having in the same straight line, P, Q are in the same straight line. So they will be said as what? Point P, Q, and R are, they will be said as collinear points. You see that point P, Q, and R are, they lie on the same line. You see AB, line AB. So they will be said as what? P, Q, R can be said as collinear points. Collinear points. Now what can be said as non-collinear points? Suppose like this one. Suppose AB is a line. Suppose this one is AB. This one is a line, and the one more point is there, C. So suppose here P and Q. PQ point are on the line AB, but this C, this doesn't lie on the same line, isn't it? So that means they will be said as what? P, Q, and C. They are non-collinear points. Okay. So I think you have got the idea of whatever I said. Now we are going to start exercise 6A. That we are going to start the exercise 6A, where you will see the first question: identify and name the following. So you can see many figures out there. So in those figures I have explained about it, that which one are ray, line, and line segments. You have to go through them and you have to say it by yourself whether these are lines, segments, rays or not. Okay, so I am giving some of them. Suppose first one, you can see that I can see the starting point is there in number A, but there is only one arrow is present. So which one was the idea of it? It was a ray, isn't it? In number B, you see that two endpoints I can see. So two endpoints are there. That means definitely it will be a line segments. Just remember what I said, that if they have two endpoints, so it can be said as what? The line segment, isn't it? So I hope that you will do it. If you have any doubt, you will just ask me. Okay. Now you see in question number 2, this one I have done also. You see that draw the following. Point M you have to draw. XY, you can see a bar upon it. So what I said, you just remember that if bar is present, that means it will be a line segment. So that means you have to draw a line segment starting from X and ending at Y, like this. Okay, starting from end and ending at Y, and you will draw a line segment by scale with the help of a pencil. Okay, you should keep in mind. MN is a ray. I will not draw this one because I have explained it. So if you will have any doubt, you ask me again, okay, in the class time. Just try it by yourself. Again, you see D is there. It is a line. You can see the in both the side arrows are present, no? So in number D, it will be a line. Plane Q. So you can draw a board, or you can draw anything and having a Q line is there. Okay. So you just draw it, and if you will have any doubt, just ask me out there. Number 3, you see, tick the correct option. So this one all I covered in the explanation. So if you have any doubt, that's why I am saying it. Ask me in the class. Just try it by yourself first. Okay. You see, tick the correct option. Number A, a line has dash end points. So you just remember that suppose this was a line. Okay. In those line, what I said you, that it can be stretched in both the ways. First one, this one also. In this way also, you can endlessly what? Stretch. So that means what? That it has no end points. array has dash endpoints. So just remember how many endpoints are there. So what I said you that it has a starting point but it doesn't have any ending point. So what you can say, it has one starting point, isn't it, or one end point is there in array. So next you see question number 4, draw two rays that have a common endpoint P. So that means what we have to draw, we have to draw two rays. Suppose one ray is there like this and another one is there like this. So you see that question number 4, what can you say that, suppose like this, question number 4, starting from common point P is there and it can be seen as what, this one, first one, the starting point is there and one end point is there, one arrow it can be drawn here and another arrow it can be drawn here. So P is the common point here and you can draw like this. Okay, you can give any names out there. Suppose you can give this one like A, this one like B. So this is your answer. Question number 4's answer is this one. Now you see that question number 5, identify the figure shown below and name it. So what figure I can see here? Suppose the figure is like this. This one is A and this one is what? C, and our arrow point is there. So again I can see that this one is a starting point. That means one end point is there and another one can be stretched in any way. So that means what? It has one starting point. So that means it is a arrow. So you have to write like this one. Okay. Next one you see that write the names of the lines in the adjacent figures. So you can see that one figure is drawn there. So I am just drawing the figure. Okay. You have to draw the figure with the help of pencil. Just keep in mind, if there will be no use of pencil, if you will use pen, I will cut the marks. It is very important to use the pencil in. You see that suppose the figure is like this. Suppose this is the figure, this point is B, this is C, and this one is what? A. So what is said here, that write the names of the lines in the adjacent figure. So in the adjacent figure you can see 3 lines we can see directly. What are those? First of all, this AB is a line, so I can draw it like this, AB. And since it is a line, sorry, since it is a line, we have to draw 2 arrows upon it. Next line is what? BC. So BC is the line and we have to draw arrow on both the sides. Suppose this is AB was the line and it can be arrow. Since it is a line, we have to draw 2 arrows upon it. BC is another line, we can draw 2 arrows upon it. Again AC is another line, you can see. So AC is there and we have to draw 2 arrows upon it. So by this we have completed our exercise 6A, and in the next class we will do exercise 6B. If you have any doubt, you will ask me in the class, and the rest of the questions you just do it and send it to me.